like share and subscribe. Sometimes healing doesn't feel loud. It's not always a sudden clap of thunder or a blinding flash of light. More often, it's a quiet dawn, a slow sunrise that you barely notice until the world is bathed in a gentle glow. We often expect our healing to be a dramatic event, a moment we can point to and say, "That's when everything changed." We look for the grand miracle, the instant transformation. But what if healing is more like the turning of the seasons? You don't see the exact moment winter gives way to spring. You just start to notice the small things. Single bud on a bare branch, the scent of rain on thawing earth, the days getting just a little bit longer. This is the kind of healing I want to talk about today. The quiet, gradual, almost invisible kind. It's the healing that happens in the unnoticed moments, in the small shifts of your heart and soul. It's the healing that God often works in the background of our lives. Patiently, persistently, like a master weaver creating a beautiful tapestry, one thread at a time. It's easy to feel discouraged when you're praying for a breakthrough and it feels like nothing is happening. You look in the mirror and see the same tired face. You feel the same ache in your heart, carry the same burdens you did yesterday and the day before that. And you start to wonder, is God even listening? Does he even care? I'm here to tell you he is, and he does. Silence is not absence. His slowness is not neglect. It is a work of profound and gentle love. Think about a time you were physically unwell. Maybe it was a deep cut that needed time to mend, or a persistent cold that took weeks to finally clear. You didn't wake up one morning completely better. Instead, day by day, there were tiny improvements. The pain lessened from a sharp cry to a dull throb. You could breathe a little deeper. You found you could walk a little further without getting tired. You might not have even noticed these small victories at the time. You were still focused on the remaining discomfort. But healing was happening all along. Spiritual and emotional healing is often the same. It's a process, not a single event. I've spoken with so many believers who shared this exact experience. They prayed for peace, for relief from anxiety, for a broken heart to be mended. For weeks, even months, they felt stuck. They wrestled with doubt. They felt like they were shouting into a void. But then, one day, they would pause and realize something had changed. One person told me, I was driving to work and a song came on the radio. I just started singing along, and then it hit me. I hadn't genuinely sung in my car, just for the joy of it, in over a year. For her, that was the moment she realized she was healing. The heavy cloud of sadness had been lifting so gradually she hadn't even noticed until she felt the sun on her face. Another person shared that for the longest time, their first thought upon waking was a wave of dread. It was automatic, a heavy weight that settled on them before their eyes were even fully open. They prayed and prayed for it to stop. Then one morning they woke up, and their first thought was about the coffee they were going to make. Just that. A simple, neutral, everyday thought. It was such a small thing, but it was a monumental shift. The pattern of dread had been broken. It wasn't a choir of angels or a vision. It was the quiet absence of a familiar pain. That's how God works. He doesn't always remove the mountain in one blast. Sometimes he gives you the strength to take one more step, and then another. And before you know it, you've climbed higher than you ever thought possible. Your healing might look like this. It might be the return of a small smile you thought you'd lost forever. It might be taking a full, deep breath without that familiar tightness in your chest. It might be a night where you sleep all the way through, peacefully for the first time in ages. It might be looking at an old photograph without a sharp pang of grief, but with a gentle sense of love and memory. These are not small things. These are miracles. They are signposts on your journey, telling you that you are moving forward, that God is with you, holding your hand every step of the way. Don't discount these moments. Cherish them, acknowledge them, thank God for them. Each one is a testament to his faithfulness. Think of how a seed grows. You place it in the dark earth, and for a long time, it seems like nothing is happening. You water it. You make sure it has sunlight, but the surface of the soil remains unchanged. You can't see the struggle, the life force pushing through the darkness, the tiny roots taking hold. It's a hidden, silent process. But underneath, a transformation is taking place. Life is unfurling, and one day a tiny green shoot breaks through the surface. It was growing all along. You just couldn't see it. Your healing is that seed. You may feel like you are in the dark right now. You may feel buried under the weight of your circumstances, but I promise you, life is stirring. Roots of faith are deepening. God is tending to your soul, even when you can't see or feel a thing. Many believers have told me they didn't even realize they were being healed until one day they just felt lighter. It was as if a heavy cloak they had been wearing for so long had finally been lifted from their shoulders. They didn't know the exact moment it happened. They just knew they could stand up straighter. They could look ahead instead of always looking at the ground. This lightness isn't the absence of problems. Life will always have challenges. It's a change in your capacity to carry them. It's the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, beginning to guard your heart and your mind. It's the gentle, steady work of the Holy Spirit, renewing you from the inside out. So I want to reassure you today. If you feel like your progress is invisible, you are not alone. If you feel like your healing is taking too long, you are not failing. God's timing is not our timing. He sees the whole picture, the entire tapestry. He knows the exact pressure, the exact timing, the exact touch needed to bring about your complete and total restoration. He is not in a hurry. He is thorough. He is healing you in places you don't even know are wounded. He is strengthening foundations you didn't even know were weak. Trust the process. Trust the quiet. Trust the gentle hand of the Father who loves you more than you can possibly imagine. Even when you cannot feel me, I am there. Even when you cannot see the path forward, I am lighting it. It's the healing you have been praying for, crying for, longing for. It is not a distant hope. It is a present reality. It is already underway. The very fact that you are seeking, that you are listening to this right now, is a sign that the work has begun. The numbness is starting to fade. The first rays of dawn are breaking over the horizon of your heart. Don't be discouraged by the silence. The most profound work is often done in the quiet. Be still and know that I am God. Your healing is happening right now, in this very moment. It is quiet, it is gentle, and it is certain. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this message resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need to hear it. And remember to subscribe for more moments of peace and encouragement. Be patient with yourself and trust in the quiet work that is being done within you.